Britain's first and only general strike began at midnight on May 3rd, 1926. The Trades Union Congress had called on its members to withdraw their labour in support of the miners, who'd been on strike themselves to protest about a cut in their pay. For a time, it looked as though the whole country would grind to a complete halt, with all essential services cut and food and fuel supplies blocked. But union solidarity was shaken by the efforts of the middle classes, students, stockbrokers, white-collar professionals, who rallied to the strike-breaking cause with great enthusiasm. Many a schoolboy fantasy was fulfilled as city businessmen found themselves driving buses, on the footplate of trains, and generally organising transport for food supplies. For some, it was a welcome break from routine. Even though the government had declared a state of emergency, they were determined that the strike would have as little effect on the normal life of the country as possible. Thousands of people signed up for the Organisation for the Maintenance of Supplies. There were also long queues at police stations as volunteers offered to become special constables. With few trains running, people turned to the most modern form of transport, the newly developing aviation industry. Pioneers of civil air travel were given a great boost. In the end, the TUC hadn't the will nor the means to challenge directly the government's authority. 12 days later, they reluctantly called off a strike they knew they couldn't win. As the nation turned to the newfangled radio for their news about the situation, the miners announced that the TUC's action had left them deserted and betrayed. And so it was with the poor pit ponies. During the strike, they'd been brought to the surface for a breath of fresh air. Now they too would have to go back to work, at the end of the nearest Britain had come to a bitter class war.